Hello Cowboys Nation, welcome to another video, and without further ado, let's get to another round of news from America's team. Cowboys star CeeDee Lamb delivers bad news ahead of Giants matchup. The Dallas Cowboys are dealing with injuries ahead of their Thanksgiving Day showdown against the New York Giants, including star receiver CeeDee Lamb, who enters the matchup noticeably hobbled. Lamb has been battling multiple injuries but has remained a key presence on the field. While he initially suffered a sprained AC joint in his right shoulder earlier in the season, that hasn't caused him to miss any games. However, his recent setbacks are unrelated to the shoulder. Lamb has been listed as limited on the injury report for the past 2 days, dealing with back and foot issues. "This is definitely one of the toughest years as for me body-wise," Lamb said after Tuesday's practice. Lamb inked a 4-year, $136 million extension prior to the start of the season. He's notched 841 yards on 77 catches with 4 touchdowns. And now he's navigating the rest of the season without franchise quarterback Dak Prescott, who is out following hamstring surgery. But Lamb has no intention of missing time. He's committed to being on the field. "That ain't stopping nothing, that's for sure," Lamb said of his injuries keeping him on the sideline. Cowboys QB Cooper Rush also limited with knee injury. Lamb is not the only notable name dealing with an injury during the short week. Quarterback Cooper Rush has been limited due to a new knee injury he suffered against the Washington Commanders. "He's got some work to do, but I think we're gonna be fine," Cowboys coach Mike McCarthy said. Rush is coming off 2 solid performances after a miserable debut as the starter in place of Prescott. He's passed for 600 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception over his last 2 starts against the Commanders and Texans. Rush was much more efficient in his latest performance, completing 75% of his passes and posting a career-high QB rating of 117.6. "I thought Cooper did a great job managing the game. I thought the run game teed up some completions for him and he was very decisive," McCarthy said. Clearly, it was his best game so far this year. Lamb was impressed with Rush but still wants to see more out of the offense. "Pretty good," Lamb said while assessing Rush. "Obviously, I feel like we could have scored a lot more, but his 2 touchdowns are definitely a confidence booster within the next few games that we have coming up." Jerry Jones responds directly to Micah Parsons' bold statement. The Dallas Cowboys and Micah Parsons are on the same page when it comes to tanking for a better draft pick. The Cowboys are 4-7, stopping a 5-game skid with a thrilling win against the Washington Commanders on Sunday. Parsons made it clear after that matchup that he and the rest of the Cowboys have no intention of taking their foot off the gas in an attempt to tank for a better draft pick. "I'm not done yet. I don't plan on tanking. If the higher-ups are looking for a draft pick, I hope that's ruined, because we got a lot of football left to play," Parsons said. "As long as I'm a part of this team, we're always going to fight." It was a very firm message to the Dallas front office, which is apparently on the same page as Parsons despite the team's very thin playoff hopes. "Love it. Just absolutely love it," Jones said of Parsons' statement on 105.3 The Fan on Tuesday. "I just think the game is too important. The win is too important. A win is a very satisfying thing under any circumstance. It helps you build. There's a lot of ambiguity with those draft picks. The Cowboys are currently slated to pick at number 11, per Tankathon. That'd likely put them out of the range to snag a big name in the draft like Colorado 2-way star Travis Hunter or perhaps even Boise State running back Ashton Jeanty. If the Cowboys put together more wins over the season's final 6 weeks, their pick will fall further back. With some massive contracts on the books already for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, the Cowboys will need a strong rookie class to remain a contender. Parsons is also next on deck to land a new deal, with many predicting he could reset the non-quarterback market. Minnesota Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson is currently the highest-paid player who is not a quarterback. He signed a deal in June that pays him $35 million annually and comes with a $110 million guarantee. Parsons has more than earned the right to land a lucrative deal. He's one of the most impactful defenders in the NFL and has been in consideration for Defensive Player of the Year since his rookie season. Cowboys seemingly throw out ridiculous quarterback idea. The Dallas Cowboys are prepping for a high-profile Thanksgiving game against the New York Giants, and all eyes on the team to see if they can pull out a win. With the Cowboys relying on backup quarterbacks for the rest of the season, some NFL analysts and experts have tagged the Cowboys to a veteran quarterback who could fill the gap for the rest of the season. But, now that idea seems to have been put to rest, with some even calling the idea ridiculous. In an interview with 105.3 The Fan, Stephen Jones, Cowboys director of player personnel, said that Dallas isn't planning on signing former New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones, who is now a free agent. "No. I think we're in good shape at our quarterback spot," he said when asked about bringing the quarterback on. "We think Cooper gives us the best chance to win right now, and certainly we still want to see some. We'll kind of see how the season goes here." He added that the Cowboys still really want to see Trey Lance and what he brings to the table, and that "we all know we made our commitment to Dak Prescott for the long term." Jerry Trotta of the Laundry Hat thinks the Cowboys are on the right track with this decision. In a November 26 feature, he calls Jones heading to the Cowboys a ridiculous idea. As hilarious as it would have been if Jones was wearing a star on his helmet on Thanksgiving versus the Giants, it never made any sense, the NFL analyst and expert added. Not only is Dallas confident in Rush, but Trey Lance is still hanging around as QB2. Trotta says he isn't against signing Jones in 2025 to serve as a backup to Prescott, but, as far as a last-ditch pickup to salvage the season, though, adding Danny Dimes would have done nothing but create more headlines and distractions. As for where Jones could end up, Trotta says he would thrive with a team that has a staff good at developing young quarterbacks, which makes sense. Leave your like, tell us your opinion in the comments and subscribe to the channel. See you later.